We had 50 euros left in Albania, in the middle of nowhere. We couldn't even fill up the jet ski once. And Philippa even turned to me and asked me, what should we do now? And my answer was, we just keep going. And 3 weeks later, here we are in this $3 million villa. Everything is paid, the food, the drinks, and even the petrol. Every single day since that day was paid for us. How? That I will tell you now. After traveling 6,000 kilometers with the jet ski, I will tell you the 5 big lessons I learned and you can copy for your life. And lesson number 5, I wish someone told me when I was 22, sitting in a prison cell for 3 years, and it would make everything way much easier. After traveling now 6,000 kilometers with one jet ski without trailer in over 13 countries, I want to share now 5 life lessons I learned on the journey. And believe me, these life lessons are super important if you want to be successful and happy in life. And the last one is actually the most important one, even though if you follow lesson number 1 to 4, if you don't follow the last lesson, you still will be miserable. And I know exactly what I'm talking about because I did it by myself and I saw other people doing or not doing it. First lesson is, don't plan too much. This is the biggest problem nowadays in society with all the options we have, that people plan everything. I want to do this, I want to do this, and I plan what would I do if I have 10k, I get this car or I rent this house. If you would to give me 1 million, I would do this. Like, this is so many plans you have in your head and you actually never start. And I mean, if you are a person that wants to start, don't plan too much. Plan the first step, the second step, the third step, but that's it. You can't plan more. Every day I look in my wind app and checking the wind. Okay, is the waves good? So the wind is calm. I guess the waves should be calm. No, the waves are high. Why? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, there is still some movements from 1,000 kilometers away that can bring these waves without even the wind. And maybe it looks fine right now. I look here outside and okay, it looks chill. Then I drive around the corner. There's different winds. You fuck. And it's the same in life. You can plan everything. For example, I want to plan a tour to Italy, a road trip. Then you go, somebody crashed on the highway. You planned everything and like it's a big crash, okay? Nobody died, but it's a big crash. Highways blocked. What do you do? All your plan is wasted. You start driving, it's getting very hot, something in your engine blows up, all the plan is worthless, okay? That doesn't mean you shouldn't plan, but it's not like plan too much. Don't put too much energy and effort in the big plan, okay? Just plan some steps and then just go. And that's actually also directly connected. Lesson number 2 is trust the process. I started the world trip, everybody told me you need to be rich, or everybody asked me, are you rich? How much money do you have? It's super expensive and everything. And yeah, jet ski is one of the most expensive thing I think you can travel the world. I mean, obviously not these mega giga yachts, they are using millions of petrol, but I had not too much money on the side. I think like 4 or 5k, something like this, and we use sometimes 1,000-2,000 only for petrol. But I'm a person, I really trust myself. I know what I can do, I know what I'm able to do, and I know that life is coming to, like law of attraction, energy and everything. And like a month ago we nearly ran out of money, or I would say we had 200 euros left, so we ran completely out of money. This was in Corfu in Greece. Then we arrived in Albania, like 50 euros left, and then everything changed. There was a television interview, we nearly doubled our follower, we got hundreds of messages, you're invited, don't care about food, about drinks, about petrol, about accommodation, sleep, everything. Since Albania till today, we left Albania after 2-3 weeks. We are now in Montenegro already 2 weeks, want to stay 1 more week. I get every day this morning, you can sleep in our hotel, food is for free, this is for free. I have already in Croatia for 1-2 weeks places. I even need to say no to people because I get now so much. And most people would say in Corfu or in Greece like, oh shit, we have no money, we need to stop. And for me it was like, no, we have still 200 euros. We can fuel up the jet ski once. With 80 euros left or 50 euros. Then like, okay, we can eat for 3, 4, 5 days. We can stay in very cheap hotels and let's see. I trusted the process. In the right moment, everything is connected like a puzzle. So really trust the process. Go in the right direction. Don't plan too much. Plan the first steps and trust it. Everything will come. You talk more and more about what you want to do. At the beginning, don't share it too much because that will steal your energy. But the more you talk about them, people, hey, that's my goal, that's what I'm doing right now, blah, 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 the more you are attracting and more is coming to you. Rule number 3 or lesson number 3 I learned here on the jet ski world trip is don't listen to the bullshit that most people tell you. And I know that's hard to say, but this is the basic level actually you already should get taught in the school. Your teacher want to tell you, oh, I tell you how to get rich and how to get a Lamborghini or have a rich lifestyle or whatever you want, you're aiming for, what's your goal or dream. Or why would you ever listen to a person that don't have a Lambo that want to tell you how to get a Lambo, you know what I mean? And that's the same. I mean, we all get trapped in this, and I got trapped in this too. Too many people told me if you go to Albania, there's the mafia, it's dangerous, it's crazy, and you need to take care about your stuff. They'll probably steal your jet ski. Stuff like this we got told every day. And then we reached in Albania, as I just told you. First of all, we got the first big interview in the television. Actually, we got 3 interviews in Albania. We got paid for everything, even the petrol. I mean, if somebody let you sleep in the hotel, it's a different story. If they even also give you cash and say, okay, here, get some petrol. Like, everything was done for you. Everybody was so nice and was so crazy. Was one big switch in my head. It's like whenever you listen to people, most of the time it's just bullshit. It's so sad and so hard to say, but that's just my experience. That people say, like, even when we tell sometimes people, we travel the world with a jet ski, and they don't believe it. They say, no, it's not possible. And how you do this with the fuel? Where do you sleep? And I mean, just like normal people, like go in a hostel tent and I sleep. If the car is empty, then you go to a gas station, fill it up. Same with Tesla. Like always people was complaining like, oh, what do you do if you run out of battery? Okay, you charge it. The same with the jet ski, I do the same. Okay, there's no petrol station on the water. Okay, then I have a fuel can. Walk to the petrol station, walk back. So you know what I mean? Whenever people are telling you they want to limit you because they don't have the belief, they don't have the fire in themselves that they think it's possible. And if you think about something that like you want to travel the world by walking, for example, then your brain already started to develop and started to think about ways how it is possible. So you're not problem orientated, you're solution orientated. So you think about how can I fix this, and most people like, where's the problem, why is this not working, you know what I mean? Because that's what society is teaching you. Find problems or find reasons to not do it instead of reasons to do it. That is lesson number 3. Lesson number 4 is that your worst moments, your biggest opportunities. What do I mean by that? All the time, obvious, even though I had a lot of contact with police all over my life. I mean, after 3 years in prison and all that stuff, I know actually how to deal with the police, the government and stuff like this. But it's always still very interesting because every situation is unique. So for me, the worst moment always was when we get stopped by the police or border, because that could mean the end. They could take the jet ski. They could say we're not allowed to go in this country with a jet ski, only sailboats or motorboats, something like this. So it was always a moment for me. This could be now the worst moment. The funny thing is that most of the time I recorded it, and this made me the most amount of views, the most amount of followers, and I got the most opportunities about it. In this moment, full of tension, okay, let's see what is happening. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. I posted the experience, boom, followers, thousands of followers overnight, thousands of messages or hundreds of messages overnight. And that's always the point, that like you see, oh no, that's now the worst moment, but sometimes the worst moment can be your biggest opportunity, because now you have the power in your hand to change something. If you lose all your money, that's not a lot of people lost all their money. For example, if you have 5 million in your account, or like I had a lot of money and I lost everything, that's an opportunity to make a video, talk about it, and it's like that can leave a big impact in your life or in other people's life. So now I'm more excited to have police stops and I'm waiting for them. And obviously now they're not coming that often anymore, because I'm waiting and looking for them, and life is saying, no, I don't give it to you now. So always see things as an opportunity. It doesn't matter what happened. The first time we sucked in stones, it was the first time we also got very viral. It's like I thought, oh no, I need to pay 500-600 euros, and then boom, the video blew up. People came to us and told me, oh, come on, I give you this for free, I make the service for free, I help you here, I help you with that, you know. So always see the good in everything that happens. I always tell my friends the most craziest example I can ever tell. If I have a friend and we are now go outside somewhere and he has a gun and like, oh look, this is my new gun, blah blah, it's now golden and I make my name inside, blah, he play with it, then accidentally, like really accidentally, he shot in my leg, for example. So my first reaction would be I take out my phone like, wow, nice Instagram story, not because I want to have views and followers and everything, but for me it's like, wow, nice, that's a cool story, like nobody can talk about, and then I also can react so cool. I mean, people, they don't believe me, could just watch the video where my jetski was sinking, was the same. I just make directly a story, say, oh guys, look, a new challenge. I have no idea about engines, I have no idea what to do, but for me was very exciting. Yeah, jet ski underwater. I need to figure out how we get it out of the water, how we clean out the engine, how we not destroy the engine, how we can still drive with the jet ski. Had no idea about engines. Now I'm a mechanic pro, an engine pro. I can open the engine, clean it, everything. I can do it. So for me it was an opportunity, something new I can learn, something I can inspire people, and always tell them there's always not something small, sometimes something very big inside the worst moments you will have. And now, in my opinion, I learned this lesson actually already 3-4 years ago, and it completely proven me here now on the jet ski world trip again. Lesson number 5 is, if you can't share the stuff you're living or the moments, it's not even really worth it, It's so nice if you walk on a beach and the beach is nice, but it's 10 times, not double, not 3 times, 4 times, like 100 million times more worth if your partner's on your side, if your friends on your side, family, whatever it is, whoever it is on your side, and you share these moments. And the same with me with social media, it makes everything so much more fun. The first time we saw dolphins, I shared it and so many comments, wow, that's so cool. And I can really see how really people are happy for us, or like also see in the video the dolphins. Or yesterday we was sitting here and then the owner of the villa invited also just some random friends from himself, and we all sitting together and we talked about the jet ski travel, about what everybody did in life and sharing this experience. And that makes it, for me, for example, the travel 10 times more nice, that I have now friends everywhere, that I can now go to Flora, for example, and I know there's Fabio, and I know he's a guy who knows everybody there, and he can give me recommendations, he can help me if I have problems. Whenever I go now in different cities, I have everywhere people I can talk, they like me, I like them, we can talk about some things. And also whenever I see something, there's always my girlfriend Philippa, she's always with me, say, oh look at this, and we're like, it makes it double happy that you can share something. And I was in the situation before, I had a lot of money and nobody was there, and then like, okay, you have all that money, you have a boat, you have an S-Class, you have a penthouse, you have all that stuff, but yeah, it's super boring, super fucked up if you don't can share it. And the funny thing is, like, if you have your own business, and then I was still living in Germany and all that, people was working a 9 to 5, nobody was free. So, hey guys, let's go party tonight. And they say, bro, it's Tuesday. You say, yeah, so what, let's go, I pay for everything. No bro, I need to go to work tomorrow. You're boring, ask the next one. So nobody had time, anything to do, and then you cut yourself out of these friend groups because you're doing more and more and more. And then sometimes when it's weekend, you're like, no, I have a big opportunity, and it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and you just work 24/7, and then people don't understand why you don't make parties. Say, hey, we can do party on Tuesdays also, right? So now I have a big opportunity, so I work. Yeah, but it's weekend, so I give a shit. And yeah, that is definitely one of the most valuable lessons. If you don't have any friends out there, people you can share all your moments. What is life about, right? What is life about if I travel the world and I'm doing this completely alone by myself? What is all the millions worth if I can't do something nice with them? I can't have friends next to me. It's like, oh, you also want to drive the Ferrari, you know what I mean? So that is definitely the 5 lessons I learned now the last 6-7 months, and you should definitely apply this to your life to have more fun, be more successful, and I wish you all the best. 50 euros in Albania, $3 million villa in Montenegro. Same person, same jet ski, different mindset. Nothing changes if nothing changes. See you in Croatia, guys.